Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. This book won the 2014 Pulitzer Prize for Fiction, and the story is told by the first person narrator, and the narrator is Theodore, that is Theodore. He is a 13-year-old boy. His life turned upside down when he and his mother visited the Metropolitan Museum of Art to see an exhibition of Dutch masterpieces. And why they went is this art exhibition included a favorite painting of his mother's, and that painter is Carol Fabritis, and the painting is The Goldfinch. And when he went to the museum, he was intrigued, attracted by a red-headed girl who came with an elderly man. As they were watching the exhibition, a bomb exploded in the museum and it killed his mother and several other visitors. Everyone starting running here and there, and in the rubble, Theo encounters the old man who gives him a ring and delivers an enigmatic message before dying. Believing that the man is pointing at the goldfinch, Theo takes it during his panicked escape. He moves in with the school friend Andy Barber because he has lost his parents, because already his mother was separated from her husband and he was living with his mother. And since now he has no one, he lives with his school friend Andy Barber, who is a wealthy person, and they live in the Park Avenue apartment. And he carries out the old man's last wishes and returns the ring to his business partner, James Hobby Hobart. Theo learns that the old man's name was Weldon, that is Welty Blackwell, and that he and Hobby ran an antique shop together. He becomes friends with Hobby and encounters a red-haired girl whose name was Peepa, and she lived with Welty and Hobby after her mother, that is Welty's half-sister, died of cancer. Theo's life is disrupted when his deadbeat father arrives with his new girlfriend and takes him away to Las Vegas. When he goes, he takes the paintings with him, and in Las Vegas, he makes new friends with Boris Pavelskevich, the cosmopolitan son of an Ukrainian emigre. The two boys, both who are missing their parents because both of them are not with them all the time, the two boys spend most of the afternoons drinking, smoking marijuana, and using other illegal drugs. According to Boris, Theo was a blackout drunk and would forget practically everything. That is, when he is drunk, he'll forget what happened at that time, what he did at that time. And Theo had forgotten a multitude of things he and Boris did, like having intercourse and being disruptive at McDonald's. Yet, Theo continues to deny this because he does not remember anything when he is drunk. While hounded by a loan shark, Theo's father gets drunk and dies in a car crash because he had borrowed a lot of money from him, and since he was not able to repay him, he was trying to escape from him. Fearful of what his father's death may mean to his living situation, because he knows that his father has to give back a lot of money, Theo flees to New York via cross-country bus. With nowhere to stay, he heads to Hobby's, who welcomes him. Pippa, now enrolled in a school for troubled teens in Switzerland, is visiting on break. After 8 years, Theo has become a full partner of Hobart's business. He has concealed the goldfinch because he is afraid of being accused of theft. He is engaged to a childhood friend but is still confused and obsessed with his love for Pippa, who is living in London with her boyfriend. Over the years, he becomes addicted to prescription medication and saves Hobby from bankruptcy by selling fake antiques. Theo is racketed by guilt and fear over the fakes and the goldfinch. Boris reappears, who is now a wealthy man due to dubious unspecified activities. To Theo's astonishment, Boris reveals that he had stolen the goldfinch from Theo while they were in high school. The painting has since been used as collateral by criminals and drug dealers. Boris feels guilty and has devoted himself to recovering the painting and returning it to Theo. At Theo's engagement party, Boris appears with a plan to retrieve the goldfinch. They fly to Amsterdam to meet with the dealers who have the painting. Boris and associates steal it back, but the plan goes awry when armed henchmen confront them. In the resulting conflict, Boris is shot in the arm and Theo kills Boris' attacker while one of the dealers escapes with a painting. Boris disappears, leaving Theo in his hotel room where he drinks, takes drugs, and recovers from illness and is afraid that police will discover him. Unable to return to New York because Boris has his passport, Theo feels trapped and contemplates suicide. After several days, Boris returns and reveals that he has resolved the situation by phoning the art recovery police to inform on the dealers. Not only has the painting been saved for the museum, but Boris has received a huge reward which he shares with Theo. After arriving in the United States, Theo travels the country using the reward money to buy back the fake antiques from customers which he had sold earlier. He realizes that Pippa does love him, but she would not openly reciprocate his feelings because she believes they share the same injury and flaws because they were haunted by the memories of the bomb blast in the museum, and both having survived the trauma of the museum explosion and both self-medicating to ease their psychological scars. Theo wonders how much of his experiences were unavoidable due to fate or his character and contemplates the Goldfinch and the history of people who have loved beautiful things and looked out for them and pulled them from the fire. The novel with Theo's contemplation demonstrating both a hard fate still ahead and a sort of redeeming immortality through the admiration of beauty. So, here this is the story. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.